Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters on our Patreon page over patreon.com/fsfilms. Thus being Trevian Alexander, Catwater Flame, L, and Samantha Bates, without whom we would do nearly as much of the things we do now. So thank you all very much for your support over the years. If you'd like to support us, you can go check us out on our Patreon page. You can also check us out on our website at finalshowfilms.com, and you can check us out on our YouTube channel over at youtube.com/fsfilms. You can also follow us on Mastodon, where we are at Final Show Films at kind.social. So thank you for supporting us over the years. And if those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Does make sense.
And we're live with Jeremy saying it does make sense.
Hello, everybody.
That's unfortunate.
I appreciate that y'all were having a full-ass conversation while I was listening to you trying to deliver the intro. Just having to fight through a constant speech jam.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
to be
you
fair,
did
Jack
pretty
tries
well.
that anyway
You
every
did
time.
fantastic.
But welcome back, everybody.
Anal
to
railgun.
Wrath and Glory Under the Steel Sky. I am William Orshani, and I am your game master for this Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory campaign. Welcome to the season finale. This is the final session for this season of Wrath and Glory before we move on to other things for the time being. Before I get to hand off one of the 5 games I'm running a week. But joining us, we have Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Tina, the orc pilot, and my goal, my objective, whatever you want to call it, is something. What do I roll for this? D6. There we go. I remember how to play this game. 5. I am going to solve a problem with the sage knowledge that bigger is better.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Remy Mira. He's done. He's just done with all of this bullshit.
Wow.
Sure, I guess I'll roll, even though I don't think it's gonna matter.
Who knows?
Explain how a common item has an alternative use, probably as a weapon. Well, we're in a church where we're about to fight a bunch of I don't think there's many common items in here.
Look, there's plenty of stone bricks around.
Also,
I'll pick this up and throw it there. Give me my glory.
just to make it better, we're in a church. We're about to fight a big thing. Also, 3 of us used our action already, so we don't have anything to do this on this first round of combat. And the thing that we used our action on failed, so now we have 3 additional demons to fight, all 3 of which are the same demon that gave us a problem in the immediately previous fight, but bigger.
One of them
One
is
bigger,
bigger.
but yeah.
One of them.
Bring it on.
We're fine. We're fine.
And Sen, and I saw you counting. I have literally 5 games, counting the bi-weekly ones. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry, I'm not running Sunday anymore. I actually put
Oh no, you're not running
Sunday game
Friday.
down. So now I'm at 4 right now. I'm gonna go down to 3 eventually.
And not Friday.
You better get to planning your next game, because only 3
Yeah, there's only 4
Sounds
right
like you're
now.
sleeping on the
After tomorrow-
job.
after
Mhm.
today.
Blacker.
Look, it's
I
not
forgot that I put down the Sunday game.
it's not it's not my fault that it just so happens every time Jack and I stop running things, you pick it up at the same time.
Don't worry, I will try to have something prepared so I can run on the next Wednesday slot.
I will
Hell
be more
yeah.
than happy to run stuff once
You should run Mage.
we move our
Julia.
games to midnight Pacific time. Actually, 10. I would even be happy with 10. I could do 10 without a problem.
You should run Mage, Julia.
I'm currently between running that isekai game that I have planned and another World of Darkness property. I don't know what. I don't think I'm experienced enough to run Mage.
Anyways,
But,
I'm
I mean,
Sen.
I don't think
I'm
I-
playing Sarah Sartinos, Inquisitorial Interrogator. And I matched with someone that has 20 authorial credits on World of Darkness properties on OkCupid, and that just seems on brand for us at Final Show Films.
I really got to know who this is.
I'll tell you
Bag
later.
it, tag it, and add it, man.
What?
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 So who's
Roll
next?
a d6, Sen.
That threw me off. I have to demonstrate the superiority of the philosophy of your Ordo, which is shoot the demons in the face repeatedly
Turns
if
out
possible.
killing the demons has you dead less, which is the superiority of your Order's
Yeah,
philosophy.
turns out. And if you kill the people summoning demons, there are less demons to fight.
And Holly?
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Blair Hart, Ganger Scum. And I don't know what I rolled because my thing
Oh,
was
you
rolled a
scrolled all the
one.
way to the top. Thank
The
you. Okay, as I'm trying to scroll up very quickly. Apply your experience in a crime to the current situation.
I think murder is a pretty good experience.
I mean, it depends on what part of the current situation you're talking about.
And Jack?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm playing Aristarchus Dactyl, who's a member of the Ordo Mechanicus and Attack Adept. And I will absolutely run Mage if you guys are interested in a Pacific Northwest Gothic campaign, because I'm setting it in fucking Spokane.
Do
I
it.
will absolutely
Okay.
be interested in
Oh,
that.
yeah.
First of
do it.
all,
You rolled 0d6.
I did
Are
roll
you-
0d6.
why
my
would you
actual-
even say if you're interested?
I am going to extol the virtues of augmetics over the weakness of flesh. This is going to be really easy as soon as one of you fuckers gets shot.
I will send you my Hollow One background by tomorrow.
I'll send you my character sheet in like an hour if you give me time.
Well, we got Changeling to do first, but we can talk
I'll
after.
send you my concept.
I was about to say, I already have an Akashic concept in my back pocket that I've been wanting to run.
I have
But-
to, I have to determine which concept I want to use first, though, is the problem.
That's true. I could do my Akashic PI or not Akashic, Hollow One PI, but also I do always enjoy playing my Cloister of Ecstasy DJ.
Yeah.
Because I also have an Akashic
and-
idea, but then I have something else too.
Jeremy's character spinning music at the Lion's Den. Yeah, no, that's going to be great.
And Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm playing Laura Fire, the Aldari Ranger, and my objective is to devote an accomplishment or victory to an Eldari god. That is what I was already planning to do on my first turn. So,
All right,
I
all these
love-
fuckers' heads for Caleb and Chicane.
I love how, like, no shade, Johnny, but I love how we're just completely ignoring this and talking about what's next.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, I am excited about it too because it means again I get to hand off one of the many games I'm running. Like I've loved running this game from start to finish, but I am running a lot of games.
You're not even getting paid for them.
I know that feeling.
But speaking of which, as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Eat the rich. Happy Sloth is appropriate for me to be handing off a game during Sloth Month. And as always, this stream is powered by Sirenscape.
I love that you're also
Oh,
handing
yeah.
off the game to the token straight. Let the straights do the work and lift some of this shit for a while.
Let the straight guy do it in Sloth Month. We're done.
Fucking amazing.
I love that Final Show Films as a company is queer enough that we have the token
The
straight.
token
Token
straight.
straight. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's been a lot of fun.
So we return. We're diving straight into a combat as the group has finally cornered.
Are we
They're
zeroing on our
enemies.
glory again, or sticking with the 111?
I was sticking with the 111 because I'm fairly certain you would like to have that one glory.
I mean, I'd like to you not have that 11 ruin.
Oh, so you would like me to have just 6?
Yeah, 6 is
Like,
definitely better
6
than
is
11.
significantly less than 11. That is
Significantly less than
that's
11, but it's
almost
not an amount I'm
half.
going to run out of anytime soon. And y'all
Almost half
fuckers are
as
going to get me
much.
back to 11 in no time anyway.
I mean, you're okay. You're not wrong
Yeah, but in
there.
the time that we get you to 11, we'll get back to 1 too.
This is going
You
great.
might be wrong there.
So where this goes.
But also you haven't finished a mission, so we're keeping it.
Fair enough.
But
I didn't spend any XP, I don't think. Oh,
yeah,
no, I did.
some of
I
you
did,
might not have
okay.
spent your XP.
I did.
Oh,
good luck.
motherfucker!
I upped my psychic mastery to 5.
I called it.
I upped my psychic
I
mastery to
have
5,
0
so-
XP. Aristarchus is desperately trying to survive this shit.
You are welcome to spend your experience during these rounds.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Faster.
Right, Remy's going last.
But they finally brought
It
their.
doesn't matter for me goes first or last. We have no actions this round because we failed to deny the witch.
That's
That's why I got time.
Yep. They've successfully cornered and brought the fight to their enemies, Tycho Mordoric and Janus, the mysterious word bearer. With a quick opening round from Tina that charged forward and poured bullets into Tycho Mordoric, leaving him near fatally injured. The mysterious Janus Borvath decided that Tycho had fulfilled his purpose and sacrificed him to summon a trio of bloodletting demons to bring the fight to all of you.
25.
And that was Janus's turn. So now it's back to you guys' turn. Tina has gone. 3 of you have used your standard action for the turn, attempting to deny that summoning, and failed by 1. And it is
Okay,
now
we're gonna be fine next time.
time for one of you to do a thing.
Fuck you, Joe.
So when you say
Actually,
one of you mean either me or Holly.
basically.
Was
Yep.
that who hasn't gone yet? Sorry,
Yeah.
I
That's who
was
still has an
trying-
action and hasn't gone yet.
Right.
I was not trying to spend the extra XP that I forgot to spend. Right before.
But Aristarchus is the only person who does not have XP left to spend.
Sure, I'll fucking go. Also, I
Sorry.
love the concept of failing to deny the witch. Just the idea of pointing a finger at somebody and being like, "You're not a witch," and they say, "Yes, I am," and you go,
Johnny, real
"Regardless."
quick.
Yes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, since it's the season finale, you don't mind if I go up by 2 dots all at once?
I do not care. That's not even. I don't even think that's a rule in Wrath and Glory. I
No.
think that's only World of
Okay,
Darkness.
my willpower became 5,
Cool.
I love it.
Excellent.
and I still have no experience points I'm looking to spend.
Okay, well, nobody's injured right now. So Aristarchus is going to step on up and shoot this closest demon to us.
All right. Now you're firing a shotgun, which has
Yes.
blessed rounds. Does it also
Yes.
have the spread rule?
Let me check on that. I do not recall, and that would be good to know, probably. But no, it has the blessed feature. It also has prayer shot inside, so I get kind of a fuck ton of bonus dice to this potentially. So let me see here. Vivacris, it does have spread. It's got blessed 2.
So what's the short
And-
range on that shotgun?
6.
Was that all of your movement to get there?
That was just half my movement.
So
'Cause
if you took 1 more or 2 more steps forward, you can take advantage of the spread rule. For those who are not familiar with shotguns, when fired at short range, a spread weapon can hit any number of targets as long as they're all within 3 meters of one another.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that'd be helpful.
When
Let's
fired
see
at
if
the
I can-
mob, the weapon gains a +3 bonus die to the attack. But you can also just shoot all 3 of those demons.
Okay, I'm gonna do the real dumb thing, with my attack bonus dice of 6 because yeah, prayer shot's great. Did I mention? Okay. And I think this is cycled correctly. 5. I'm gonna spend a wrath.
There you go.
13 with a glory, which means I've got 2 exalted icons that I might be able to shift. I don't know.
You can absolutely shift both of those.
Okay.
Let me really quick. I need to remember the adjustments for because I played so many different tactical systems that allow you to shoot multiple targets at once. I need to remember if you're making
That's okay.
one attack roll for all of them or a separate attack roll for each. 1 second.
I hope it's one for all of
them. Attack. If great missile weapons, blah blah blah. Ray shot. Spread.
The Sirenscape music is on point right now.
I want to do to these
should go
demons
to
what you do
Sirenscape.
with peanut butter on toast.
What do you do with peanut butter on toast?
Spread.
Spread it.
Ah, I see.
You coat the surface liberally with the
So you're trying to
discorporated form.
you're trying to coat.
Look,
the
I'm trying to do
surface
some
liberally
abstract
with-
art on this desecrated temple with some demon guts, motherfucker.
I'm just saying that like your metaphor might.
Let me have my goddamn metaphor. You owe me for Cowrupted earlier today.
Well, no, I don't.
Because
you
it's
did that.
there it is, multi attacks. There we go. Okay. Every additional attack increases the defense of every target by +2 for every person's multi attack. Each attack of your multi attack with the same weapon. Okay, so yeah, you will roll separate attacks. One for that was for the primary, we'll say, and then you roll 2 more for the other 2.
Okay. Alrighty. Same dice pool.
Yep.
Nine and 9 with a second glory. Oh, and a complication. I can ignore a complication because I have sacred machine oil.
You do.
And a critical if
God.
you hit.
2 criticals, honestly. First and
I'll say you
second.
crit, you crit the leader and one of the demons next to them. So
Good news, I'm down to 1 XP.
Well done.
That was quick.
25 XP into your willpower tends to deplete you quickly.
Yeah.
This is going to be wild.
And the great thing about that is,
Oh, I'm
upping your
sorry. I
willpower
just
won't
found
stop
the
me from
interaction I was
putting my
looking for.
sword in your
Spread
gut when we
specifically
finish the campaign.
just attack treats the attack roll against every target within its range. So you are using
We'll
that first
see.
13.
Okay, gotcha.
We'll see.
But since it crit, does that mean I crit all 3 of
You
them?
do crit all
technically?
3 of them, yes.
Fuck yeah.
So
Okay.
you roll,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you,
you're
you, you
starting to-
apply the damage and crit effect to everything that you just hit.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Because I took the Berserker talent, which says that whenever I see an individual within 30 meters of me suffer a critical hit, I get a wrath? Can
You get
I
a wrath,
get
yes.
a wrath for all 3 of those?
Let me read the rules on Berserk. 1 second.
Yeah.
Whenever.
It is. I didn't write down.
And
what
I'm
page
just
it's on.
putting 2 in the damage bonus dice because of the 2 that I shifted and rolling damage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Also,
Make sure
Do
I
we
have
get
clicked
another
out of
glory?
the box.
how many glory are we supposed to have right now?
We should be at 2.
Well, we were at
All right.
1, and then he just got 2, right?
No, I only got 1 because
Oh,
those
only
other 2 rolls didn't need to actually happen. It was just off of the 1 attack.
Okay.
So they all suffer 12 damage and a crit. Do they all suffer the same crit, or do I need to roll different
You
crits?
rolled,
for
you
each?
rolled the 1 crit, yeah.
Okay. There's a crit button on this page, I'm pretty sure. Or do I just roll?
Just roll.
The double
Just roll
D6.
D66.
62.
Also, you didn't click out of the bonus damage dice, so it didn't
didn't.
actually read the extra dice. So roll me 2 more d6s because you should have had 4 damage dice. To roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. 5 and a 2.
Okay, so that's 1 more damage. So
All right,
13. Plus
13 damage.
plus
plus
a
a
62 on the critical hit table.
Which is unspeakable carnage. A truly grievous strike. The attack is a terrifying display of martial prowess. A geyser of gore erupts from the foe's wounds, and
Well done.
ragged red ends of their bodies are strewn across the battlefield. Effect: the target suffers 1d3 plus 3 mortal wounds. And you get and you can spend a glory for plus 1 mortal wounds for every glory you spend. I think since you're spreading that to all 3, you should spend those 2 glory for 2 more mortal wounds on top of that.
Anybody object?
I do
Nope.
not object to this.
This sounds
Okay.
What
good.
could
Go
be
for it.
better than eviscerating 3 demons at once?
Hey, Jack! Look, you created modern art like you set out to do.
Oh, look, 1d3.
So that's a 3 on the D3.
So
Plus
that's
3,
6,
6, plus
8 mortal
2,
wounds.
8 mortal wounds, plus whatever they took
8
from my
mortal wounds
initial.
plus 13 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
So 21 damage total. Because I think they can spend a ruin to soak mortal wounds.
Oh, they just can soak mortal wounds. They're demons.
Ah.
Damn it. But
Don't-
still.
I thought demons still had to spend a ruin to do it though.
No, demons don't.
Still.
All right. Oh no, you are correct that they do still need to roll the wrath to roll their determination, or the ruin rather. So I will spend that 3 ruin.
Brings down to 8.
But I moved that in layers.
So yeah, Aristarchus just levels the shotgun, pulls the trigger, watches that happen, and then says, "And you can take your scrap code and shove it up your exhaust hole." And then he steps back 4 squares since he still has a little extra.
All right.
I feel like instead of stepping back, you step to the side to get cover rather than just continuing down.
Oh, is there enough?
the
Is there
kill
space to
channel.
get cover behind these pews?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely stand behind the pews for cover.
Or
Cover!
the crevices where there's a fucking statue.
I can't get that far.
But so each of them has a resilience of 7, which would have dropped your 13 down to 6,
Right.
and then the 8 more on top of it. So we're gonna roll determination for the Blood Reaper. So the Blood Reaper takes
12
6 plus-
total.
Yeah, 12. The Blood Reaper is dead.
Yeah.
And then the 2 blood letters one takes
7.
8.
7.
No, sorry, 8.
Yeah.
8.
No. 9.
9.
9.
9. Yeah,
9 and 10.
9 and 10
10.
each.
So only one of the 3 demons is still standing.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're less screwed than we thought.
We have to kill the
Okay.
other people who can summon more
Aristarchus
demons.
is now in grave danger.
Well, he summoned demons by he summoned demons by killing someone, so I don't know how many more demons he can summon.
We'll find
At-
out.
I'm not saying
At
he
least
can't,
3.
Yeah.
but
Berserker is on page 131.
Yes, you will get a wrath for all 3 of those.
and then they'll
Excellent.
die, and then 2 of them die.
I
so-
got 5 wrath now.
You can just re-rolls for
Yeah,
days.
it's gonna be
That,
great.
I believe that does
Amazing.
qualify as unspeakable carnage.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to spend another one of my ruin
Okay.
to activate Veteran of the Long War on Janus, as well
Okay.
as Brutus.
So that 2 ruin or just 1?
Brutus activated it previously. So now it is that Bloodletter's turn. He just saw a worthy opponent.
I'm sure he did.
Hi there.
I'm hiding behind a bench. I don't know if that helps against the demon, but I'm doing it.
Fortunately, cover does not help against melee attacks.
Okay.
You tried.
Did my bestest.
As this Bloodletter is now going to attack you.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, that was a determination roll. I'm like, how did he only get 4?
swing. That is 6 to hit you.
6 still hits me. He did get a wrath, though. I don't know if that means anything.
Yes.
Or...
I forget. There is a thing that happens when the
Broke the
GM
nail.
rolls. Ruin. Here we are. Firing ruin. Yeah. Okay, yeah, nothing much happens on the GM rolling a ruin, okay.
Okay.
But and all right, yeah. So you will take.
My defense
I'm-
is 3, so I think he can technically shift that exalted icon if he wants.
Will do so. 15 damage with an AP
Oh.
of -3.
Ouch. I'm gonna have to roll determination on that one. Boop, 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 boo. That's 4 dice. Determination. 1. Nice. Okay, so 1 shock. Boop. And
If that's going to still knock you out, you could spend a wrath to re-roll those remaining dice.
even if I get, well,
You could get.
yeah, I'll
you
do
could
it.
Get exalted icons like that.
Okay. It's 3, but that is still 15 minus 3. My resilience is 9, so that's minus 3 is 6. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 away from 15, which means I take 6 wounds,
Yeah, so you're still up.
which leaves me at 2.
Yeah, so that reroll was worth it.
Yes, it was.
It is
So,
now a friendly turn.
What
He-
weapon does this bloodletter use?
Oh yeah, so I mentioned it. I mentioned it at the end of the last session, but for reiteration, this the 3 demons that arose were all very similar in shape. The one in the front had been wielding like a double-headed axe. The 2 in the back are wielding long, blackened swords that crack like lava and seem to trail and drip blood wherever they walk.
Wow.
The blade is viciously serrated and designed to tear open wounds to maximize the spilling of blood, hence their names.
The two that.
So yeah,
the two that
as
were in the back.
Aristarchus slams backwards, so where he's now probably honestly sitting down in this pew, you just hear him go, "Should have sprung-fitted gut job at some point."
It is now an allied turn.
I propose Tina go.
It is already
Tina
gone.
can't go.
Oh wait, Tina can't go.
He
Nope.
is already gone.
I propose Blair goes.
Blair wants to go.
I mean, Blair's gang could also go.
Blair's going first.
Good. That's the correct choice.
Step over Remy. All right. She's going to shoot him.
Please specify
With
him.
I clicked on the thing. The one that
Maybe.
just attacked.
Okay,
that just
cool.
attacked
yeah,
Aristarchus,
because him could also have
yes.
been Aristarchus. It's just like, this is a mercy killer.
Done with him now. Yeah.
Lower
See-
hive, man.
See you in the next life, friend.
Sometimes you gotta just put a fucker out of his misery.
No.
Would you like to be eaten by a demon or put out now? His answer might surprise you.
So that would definitely miss unless you would like to spend a wrath to re-roll those.
I'd like to spend a round to re-roll this,
Reroller.
There you go.
There.
That does hit. You can't shift anything, but that does hit.
Bolt shoots gun.
All right, this thing has 1 wound left. With a normal resilience of 7 reduced to 6, that is 7 damage it's taking. It has 6 dice to roll determination. It can theoretically soak enough of this to not die.
You roll well enough, it might soak all of it. Let's go.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yay.
Boom.
It's all 3 of the demons that have been summoned dead.
First flat.
Good. Whew. Summoner's already gone. Now it's just the Chaos Trooper has moved.
Yep, now it is Brutus's turn.
Bye, Tina.
Yep. Brutus steps forward, and just Brutus is the image of grim efficiency. He says nothing and does not take any hurried motions. He simply begins to step forward, raises the bolt gun in his hands, and opens a spray of fire onto Tina.
Cool.
Ooh, he's
At 2 Brute.
Is he salvoing?
I don't say that. I don't speak Latin.
Oh, correction. He's using a bolt pistol and chainsword. So yes, he is closing, but he is closing and firing with his pistol.
So then
Which
does it
raises
come out
Tina's
more
defense
like
by
a,
2.
Ooh.
Does it come out really more like a really motherfucker?
Well,
If you don't know Latin, that's essentially the Latin to English translation.
No, it's more like you made a mistake. Now you're within reach.
That is 6 to hit you.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. My
What's your
defense is
defense?
2.
So 4 with the plus, so you will
Yeah.
shift that. This is a bolt pistol, so it is brutal.
Cool.
Brutal.
So that's going to be 13 damage.
Alright. My resilience is 11, so that's 2.
Try to roll determination.
Sure. Let's do it. Just to see.
There you
Oh,
go.
sorry. Good thing you rolled that too, because he is a veteran of the Long War, which means I need to add the game's tier as extra damage dice.
Ah.
So 2.
Yeah, so rolling 2 more. Good thing too, because that would have been 14 damage. And so you soak all of it. You turn the 3 wounds that you would have taken into 3 shock.
Sweet.
Nice.
But then comes his chainsword.
Oh dear.
Sure.
Whiff, 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 whiff. He didn't whiff.
He can't shift though because it's an extra attack, so he doesn't get to. The DN was raised enough that he needed that to hit. Let me double check if his chainsword does anything special.
It cuts down trees.
They're actually really bad at doing that.
It's true. They don't have the necessary. The grip is oriented wrong for cutting down a
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
Also, the blade, the teeth are angled the wrong way.
Makes sense too. Yeah.
They're angled for
Which
cutting
would be-
through flesh, not bark. All the splinters of bark would end up going into their gauntlet and into the thing and jam it, whereas it chews through people.
Look, I don't know about y'all, but I'm on chaos inside here. I want to see a TPK.
Well, you might.
We
'cause
might.
that's,
Oh, God!
We might.
Wouldn't it be appropriate to this setting?
Oh boy.
To TPK on the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh,
That's 20 damage coming at you.
Yeah, so I might just let this happen because I have to think about math.
So your resilience is 11.
11. Yep.
Which
So
means
that's
That'd be
that's
9.
9 damage
Nine.
that you get to try to soak with determination.
uh-huh.
So
If my shock goes to 0, though, what happens? I don't
You
remember.
become exhausted.
You become
Like when I'm
exhausted.
exhausted?
Yeah.
I could also just. What's exhausted do?
You can't
What
soak
is that?
anymore.
I can
Exha-
soak, but.
You can't soak anymore. Any future shock damage becomes mortal wounds. And then I think your action economy is significantly hindered as well.
Okay, well, we're gonna try it because I just looked at my thing and we're gonna try it. Here we go. Determination. That's a 2.
Which drops it down to 7. Which
7.
means your wounds go to 0 exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
you use one
how
of
much?
your many wrath to re-roll that.
No. So when my wounds go to 0, I heal back up to 1 because I have Die Hard.
Yep.
I am very difficult to kill.
So you're at 1 wound, one shock. If my math is correct.
That would be correct. Yes.
3. It's fine. I spit out a 2.
It's like tossing him a coin.
Oh no, I'm going to pick that up later.
Toss
Yeah,
your
so-
tooth to the witch eye.
Oh, and
Oh,
Tina's shock went down to exactly 0. It didn't exceed it, right?
No, it's at 1 right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, you're
That
not
was a
okay
3.
because you only automatically get exhausted if your shock increases beyond your maximum shock.
Oh,
If you go down
cool.
to exactly 0 shock, you're not exhausted yet.
Cool.
When you hit -1 is when you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And while exhausted, because I feel like this will be relevant to everyone else probably, you can only walk or crawl, perform a basic combat action, which is attacking with no combat options like aiming or multi-attacking, or fall back.
Mm.
Additionally, you cannot roll determination while exhausted, which is soaking, so yeah.
Yeah.
It is now a friendly turn. Who's next?
I recommend Blair's Ganger Devotees mob goes.
Sure.
Gangers.
Just had their sheet open. Okay. What? I was trying to find. Okay, that's where I thought it was. Okay, they're going to move over next to Blair.
And those of us that used our action to deny the witch, we basically just get to move this round.
Yeah, you have everything except for your basic action. So you have your movement or movement option, a simple action, a reflexive action, and any number of free actions.
They're gonna
Everybody
shoot.
just swear really loud.
This is Brutus, right?
Yes.
The one that just attacked Tina? Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Light him up. His defense is probably through the fucking roof.
Oh shoot! I didn't take off bonus dice.
Well, no, the bonus
no, 'cause
dice
you
is
should-
because
Oh, no, they're
that's how
supposed
many-
to-
yeah,
okay.
they're supposed to have
Yeah.
those.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to
They
these.
have a
And
bonus dice equal to the number of them that there are beyond 1 for all their actions, if I'm remembering
Up,
correctly.
up to a certain cap.
yeah, I believe 6 is the cap.
So 6 to hit Brutus.
Nice.
Does that hit, Shawnee?
That is on Brutus. His defense is 4. So yes, you do hit it.
Hell yeah.
Good. If they had said no, I would have started to walk away.
We're done. See you guys next
So
time.
roll the, do you want to re-roll any of those extra dice, or just roll the damage?
Can you spend wrath on behalf of a like a
No, the mob
Okay.
does not get to.
mom does not get
to
to
Ah.
do
Okay.
it. So
That's just the
Okay.
damage then. Heavy stubber damage.
13.
13, no AP.
Nice.
I should point out, you'd actually be rolling damage on either the auto gun or the pistol because the devotees is not large enough mob to have a stubber.
Oh,
The las gun or the auto pistol.
okay.
Yeah, you only get
That's fine.
an auto pistol. You only get a las gun, heavy stubber, or industrial bludgeon if the mob is at least 10 people large.
I thought it was.
No,
Is
it's
it
only
not?
8.
It's 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 10 large.
It will go to 10 large if you go to tier 3 at some point. So,
Okay.
10 damage. His resilience is 12, however.
Gotcha.
So he's someone that I need to stab with my sword.
It is now an enemy's turn. There are no enemies left to go. It is now another ally's turn.
Do either one of you have a thing you really want to do for your simple actions, or can I go?
You can go.
I don't think I have anything I can do for my simple actions.
You can dash.
I was gonna
Move
say, you
twice
can-
your movement speed. If you want to get right up there on
Which
Janice,
is what I'm
you
gonna
can.
do.
Same.
Let's see. Movement speed is
I mean, there is another direction for me to dash.
6.
Right. And it would be arguably the safer direction to move in. Oh man, if we survive this, Remy can't tell anybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and then dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are there flanking rules in this game?
I do not believe. Let me double check.
I'm just gonna run there anyways. Which
No, there are not flanking rules.
I run to behind Brutus. That's my turn.
The other two of you, who's next?
Go for it.
I will go. Laurel is going to draw her two plasma swords. Is going to scream, "Inead, my vessel is yours," and then run towards and boop. And we're setting up.
All right, Remy, you going anywhere?
That was too quick. I'm still looking simple action up in the fucking book. Christ forbid it. Okay, here we go. Yep. Nope. You know what?
Wield a gun, draw a sword, kick open a door.
I
look
will.
around.
Yes. I got nothing fucking else to do, so I'm going to see if there's any other surprises for us in here, line and wait.
Roll me awareness intelligence.
Nice.
5 with a complication.
Yeah, so the complication
The
becomes real
complication
obvious
is
real quick.
it's right above me.
The complication is this. You realize as you look on the ground where Tycho's body is, that the blood laying there is still in motion. As you realize that the sacrifice of Tycho was not just to summon those 3 demons, that door is still open.
Someone shut the portal to hell!
If we could, we would.
And
I don't have
point
my
to
emotional
make it
support
clear.
grenade anymore.
I point to make it clear what I am referring to.
Oh right,
Ah.
I still have a plasma grenade.
I think we found a use for the plasma grenade.
Throw it at the Chaos Marine Aspiring Champion.
Oh, you know what? I have
Are you moving
I
into
have
the-
a grenade. I have
Throw
Aristarchus' grenade.
ignite and evaporate all of the blood that is currently fueling the door.
Well,
And if it takes everybody else out, that's too
be
bad.
here.
For whatever reason, I thought Tina's grenade was Tina launching herself into the portal.
Are you moving anywhere on your turn, or are you standing there?
I am not getting closer to the portal to hell.
You want to go hide in an alcove and take cover?
No, because that would be seen as hiding.
Fair enough.
This is walking that very delicate tightrope of I'm still involved, but I'm not putting myself in a Tina level suicidal situation.
Remy's like, if we survive this, I have to not get executed for cowardice.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm helping.
Remy playing that 5D chess right there.
All right. Well, I'm going to gain a ruin because of that complication, and then spend that ruin at the start of the next round to reactivate Veteran of the Long War. I spent 2 ruin to reactivate it on both Brutus and Janus. And look, we're back at 0 glory and 6 ruin. This is exactly where you guys wanted to be.
Yeah, just with you having spent way more ruin than we wanted you to have.
And it is now Janus's turn.
Fuck Janus.
No.
Only if you ask nicely.
You were a Slaneshi cultist, come on.
Also, Laurel, I don't know if it's come up, but the name of the grenade that you got from Aristarchus is Maguire Echo 7.
I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Sure.
Listen, Remy has enough past
Maybe.
romantic entanglements with current cultists. Doesn't need another one.
So,
Maggie?
uh,
What's the pun, Jack?
Sean Maguire is the character from Goodwill Hunting, Robin Williams' therapist character. Echo 7 is just because, you know.
Because.
Right.
So Janus just casually begins to stride forward, but his strides are extraordinarily long because of his height. And he just walks seemingly across the surface of this blood portal as if it was solid beneath him, even though you can see it swirling as if there was no ground there.
Sure.
And just very quietly and casually strides past Lorwell, and as he passes, looks over to the Eldari. Oh, don't worry. Your god will fight with mine for your soul in mere moments. And then, in a flourish, just flips his power sword around and drives it into Tina.
Oh boy.
Not the direction I
should've-
thought that was going, but okay.
I should have used simple action to run, shouldn't I have?
Okay, you'll have another chance.
If I'm really lucky, maybe I can get to a ship in time.
There's only 2.
Defense is only 2, right, Tina?
Unfortunately, there's
Yeah,
already
yes,
a blockade,
correct.
so getting to a
There is always a way to get through blockades.
That is 17 damage with a -3 AP coming at you.
Oh boy.
Anything in science fiction, anything in science
Alright.
fiction, if it has taught me anything, it has taught me that you can get through a blockade.
Well, you know what? I can still roll determination. Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 1 shock left.
Hey, if you reduce it all to shock, you just get exhausted.
Yeah. Here we go.
Is absolutely how that works.
I'm gonna use a wrath because why not? I've got 4 of them left after this. Might as well. That's 3. So,
So your 11 resilience was reduced to 10, 9, 8.
okay,
So that 17 became 9 damage to soak.
9.
And you soaked 3 of it. So
3.
that's 6 wounds coming at you.
6 wounds.
So-
And
And
3
so you're
minus
below
3 shock.
0 on both wounds and soak.
Yeah.
wounds only go 2-0. They're like
Oh,
fifth edition.
okay.
You only go 2-0, and any healing will get you back up.
Got it. Well,
Uh,
I'm exhausted and dead.
And at 0. You're
Yeah.
exhausted and down. So
Dying,
again,
yes.
reiterating, when you're downed in 40k, you can still act.
Yep.
You can just only do one thing, basically.
Going great.
Bleed out. Ineffectually.
Hang
wiggle
on a
at the
second.
end.
Am I bleeding currently?
From that kind of strike, yes, you are definitely bleeding.
Excellent. I gain a wrath.
Ah.
I'm gonna
Ladon.
Tina was built for this.
Tina's just wrath farming over here.
Yeah, Tina wrath farming, but has no spenders.
It is now your turn.
Well,
Someone's turn, anyway.
Can
I-
Aristarchus go?
Yeah, you did. You fired your shotgun. You were the first one to go.
No, we're on a new round now.
Yeah,
aren't we?
yeah.
This is the new round. Oh, so
Yeah,
can
yeah.
Aristarchus go? Yes.
You,
Yeah.
you can go if you want to go before Brutus goes and ruins whatever work you're going to do.
I mean, Brutus has 3 targets potentially that he would have to split between if I can get Tina back up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I could try and kill Janice though, and I've got a lot of wrath.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you'll kill better if you have hit points, I feel. Because
It
you won't be
generally
downed
helps.
anymore. Right, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to roll Medicae.
Actually, Brutus will have 4 targets because now you're over there doing medicine.
And no, I'll still have movement after this. I have 1 wrath left. Get your ass up! And we got a
Alright.
glory off that.
How many hit points did I get back?
You got.
Wounds. Sorry.
Let me look at the
I don't know
healing
your
in
math.
combat just to make sure that
No
I'm
one knows.
doing
No
this
one knows
right.
anyone else's math in this game.
No,
Right?
I
Yeah.
can
No,
barely
you
know
really,
my
you
own
really
math.
don't. You really don't. Okay. Alabama definitely beat the Medicae.
We haven't been
Okay.
playing this game for years and years to know everyone else's math.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
we do with D&D and World of Darkness.
You get 3 wounds back.
Sweet.
And then I'm gonna keep going.
Right.
4, 5, 6.
I am
Oh, no,
going
wait,
to
that was
hand
1, 2,
you
3,
a
4, 5.
tooth before you leave. Just a tip.
All right, I'm a hide in this alcove here.
All right.
Brutus's turn.
It is
All
now
right,
Brutus's
Brutus,
turn.
kill me.
Or me.
Oh, and you also get what's my rank? 3. You also get 4 shock back.
Ooh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Now I can soak this.
Yeah, every time I heal somebody in combat, they get 4 shock back up to their max.
Sweet.
Assuming
I'm
the
in the
heal is
positives.
successful.
So, Brutus, ever the silent companion to Janice's eloquent loquaciousness, just points his bolt pistol back at Ceres and swings the chainsword at Laurel. Both of your defenses are going up by 2. Ceres, yours is going up by 4 because he's firing a pistol and melee at you.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
So this is going to be 4 to hit
Miss.
Ceres. Okay, so the bolt pistol misses as he sort of fires it over his shoulder
That
at you.
would
You
mean
sort
my
of lean to the
defense is
side.
at 8, right?
Yep.
Against that attack.
Nice.
And then chainsword, 6 to hit Laurel.
That hits me because I only get
Yeah.
a +2, which means my defense is 5.
Can't shift
You know,
any though.
there's-
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just something about that 1 over whatever I have that's been going on this fight.
It's okay. I'll get him back for you.
Have 23
Oh,
damage coming at
God.
I
you.
will avenge.
Fuck.
I will avenge
Oh
your death.
God.
Okay, so
Here's the thing about why brutal weapons are terrifying. Brutal, as a rule, adds a +1 to whatever the individual die is rolling, which means 4s and 5s are, 3s and 4s are 1 extra damage. 5s and 6s are now 2 extra damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
hey,
Wait.
cool. So
Sorry, I was busy writing. Sorry, what just happened?
I'm
23
dying.
damage with a chainsword coming in well.
The good
Okay.
no elf.
Yeah. So I reduced that to 13, and I would like to roll determination. It's not going to help, but I would like
Wait,
to roll
look,
it.
Maybe you'll roll enough that it'll be.
I'd like to spend a wrath. It's, I mean, 11, which
11.
means I'm downed.
By the way, that's a like from Remy's standpoint, it has not been nice knowing you.
Fair.
Only from Remy's.
Down, then you took 2 shock.
I would like to shank a bitch.
I'm good with it.
That was my next turn.
May I shank a bitch?
Go for
Yes,
it.
please.
Okay. I would like to insert this plasma force sword and not bring it back out until he stops moving. I'm gonna spend a glory. That extra dice.
Yeah, chainswords don't have a lot of AP, but the brutal rule and a lot of extra damage dice means they do a lot of damage.
I'm gonna spend a
Nice.
wrath to re-roll those 2. 9 to hit.
His defense is 4, so yes, you can shift everything that keeps you at least at 4.
I can shift 2 of those, and also a complication.
Yeah, so roll me a D66 for your combat complication. 32. Weapon jam. Okay. So the plasma emitter on your sword jams, and
got some
the
gunk in
blade
there.
the blade sparks out.
Cool.
So it takes a DN2 intelligence tech test to use that weapon again.
Okay, but first I do get my damage. So 1, 2 extra dice. Bam.
16 wounds at a -4.
I don't re-roll. You can't spend a wrath to re-roll damage, right?
No.
So yeah, 16 wounds, -4 AP.
Well, actually, let me double check.
Oh, because if I can, I will.
Using wrath and glory. You can also spend glory to just increase the total damage value by
I
1.
spent
for
glory to increase the
spend.
attack roll.
Okay. You can only do it once per test, and you can't reroll the wrath die, but it's only on a test. That the damage roll is not a test.
Okay. That's fine. So yeah, 16 damage, -4 AP.
Alright, so his 12 resilience is reduced to 8, so he would take 8 wounds. But he is going to use he's going to use some of that ruin. And roll determination. So you'll take 4 wounds.
Not as impressive as 23 damage, I'll admit, but
No, but he also took a fuck ton of shock comparatively, I assume, too. So
Yes, he does actually take shock. Because he's not a demon.
which is why I'm not shooting anymore, because I do well against demons.
It is now another ally's turn. Who would like to go next?
I would.
All
I
right.
would like to hit Janice so hard that the portal closes. I don't know if there's any logic to that, but that's what I'm operating on.
I mean, he's the sorcerer who created it, so theoretically there's
Exactly.
logic to that.
please,
That makes sense.
please
It's orc
flatten
logic.
Tina. Sorry, please flatten Janice.
Yeah, thank you. Power sledgehammer here. Question. Since my shock is above 0 now, am I still exhausted or once
You are not exhausted. You are wounded, though, so the difficulty of this attack is up by 1.
Okay. Don't I ignore something with that? Or is that not a thing? Hang on.
You may have the Wa rule in play.
Yeah.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
that's
You're not using
on
an orc
this-
weapon. You're using.
Yeah, no. Not unless I pull out my chopper. That's fine. I'll still
Use
do
a
it.
chopper to get that war.
Yeah.
Ain't no war. Ain't no chopper. Ain't no war.
Okay. Power sledgehammer. Here we go. A 9.
And the sledgehammer is also unwieldy, so the DN is up another 1.
Okay.
But I think that still hits.
Probably.
His defense is 4, so his defense would be 6 with the +1 from wounded and +1 from the unwieldy. So you still hit him.
And you can
1,
shift
2,
one
3,
of
4,
those
5, 6.
glories.
So you can shift one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can shift one of those exalted icons.
Sure. Let's do it. So I got a bonus die.
Actually,
Is the power sledgehammer also brutal?
Actually.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So make sure you have the damage mod set to 1 on the.
Damage mod? Yep, is set to 1. And then I get a bonus die. Yes. Click out. Here we go. 18. AP minus 3.
All right.
Drive him like a tent stick.
Yep.
All right. His resilience is 12, -3 to 9, so that would bring it to 9 damage that he would be taking. He's gonna spend a ruin and roll some determination.
Down to 4 ruin.
You do this.
He takes 3 wounds. And
Alright,
all
alright.
6 of his shock. He's no longer able to roll determination.
Yes.
Good. That means Blair can end him.
Who would like to go next?
I vote Blair shoots him in the head.
I'd like to. I just don't want to like step on anyone else.
No,
I was
please.
waiting to see if anyone else. I mean, I could shoot him in the head. I was also thinking of going at him with the axe.
I mean, that works too.
Which one is your better
I'm
attack
try-
roll?
hold on, I'm on the wrong. I'm on the
Or damage, I guess.
mob character sheet. Hold on.
I think the axe has better AP
Where's my
reduction.
There it is. Okay. What am I looking for here?
I mean,
Axe. Introduction.
Which has good damage and armor piercing, because that's helpful.
Yeah.
The heavy plasma axe
the
has the
shot?
most AP at -3.
Yeah.
what does it do the most damage?
The most damage is on your bolt shotgun.
Okay.
Although the heavy plasma axe does have 5 extra damage dice and thus could get more out of it.
You know,
Also
I'm
might be brutal. Let me double check.
I don't think plasma weapons are considered brutal typically.
It's an axe though, so it might. In fact, it might either be brutal or rending. Hang on. What did I get?
I want a weapon that just has the characteristic on it, the tag ouchie.
That would be probably an orc weapon, I guess. Ouch! Eh?
This one's really fucking out.
Heavy plasma axe has rending 1, so every time you shift extra damage with it, it also improves its AP by 1.
yeah,
Ooh.
I think she's gonna commit and she's just gonna run straight for him with the axe.
Commit
Hell
to
yeah.
the bit.
Hmm.
Commit to the bit.
Baby.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Would you like to spend one of your wrath to re-roll those 2
Yes.
misses?
Got a crit on the day. Got a crit.
I might
on the
take
attack.
another wrath.
And we
I'm
will
up to 6 now.
to
Let's see how far I can get.
to re-roll the 2 misses. Do I just hit the re-roll?
Hit the
down
re-roll.
here?
Yeah.
That'll do that.
the,
Okay.
the blue button there,
You
yeah.
still missed.
Okay.
Okay.
So
But his defense again is only 4, so you are able to shift one of those.
Which will increase your AP by 1. So that's up to a -4 now, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So add
Also
an
get a
extra,
glory
1 extra damage
and
die.
a critical hit if you deal damage to him.
Yeah.
I get what, an extra damage die?
Yeah.
You said?
So your
Yeah,
extra,
extra damage die.
so your
Put it
damage die
in the
goes 5 to 6.
bonus dice on the
Yeah.
damage side.
13.
13 damage at an AP of -4 with that shift. That puts his resilience from 12 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 5 wounds coming at him.
So you
Hey,
can't, so,
can't roll determination.
He can't roll determination anymore.
And a crit as well.
So roll D66.
Roll the D66. Find out what the crit does.
How do I roll D66?
On the combat tab, there's that section in the upper right that just says rolls. You're looking for the one with the 2 black dice right.
I
next to
see
each other.
it. Okay.
34.
34
Nice.
is savage attack. The assault leaves the opponent.
Oh no,
unmanageable-
I'm sorry. I rolled the mob,
Oh.
not Blair.
I mean, it's still a 66.
It's
Well,
okay.
Yeah,
There's
that-
also a D66
that
plus
doesn't
1,
matter.
so
Yeah, roll
it
D66
would,
plus
it would be
1.
24.
So it'd be 24.
Yeah.
So 24 is ferocious rending. The attack shreds the opponent's flesh to ribbons, leaving them open to attack. Effect: target suffers 1d3 wounds and is vulnerable to. Plus 1 wound for every glory you spend, although we don't have any glory to spend. So
We've
I
got
have 1 glory.
Oh, do
we
we
got
have
1 glory.
No. Yeah, so you can spend a glory to add an additional wound.
Okay.
And you roll a D3.
You spend that glory?
Yes.
So then he takes 1d3 plus 1 wounds.
Okay.
3 wounds.
Nice.
So he took how much from the initial attack?
5.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
plus
wait,
three?
6. And then another 3 for 9.
I'm sorry, 5. He took 5, yes.
5.
Yeah,
He was
right.
5.
8. I think that
He
kills
took
him.
5 plus 3, so 8. So how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yes!
Well done.
She just runs straight towards him with determination, and she jams the axe into his torso, severing him in 2.
Alright. Yeah, so the this chaos sorcerer, this space marine, this angel of death, this corrupted giant, staring down at you as you approach. You feel his eyes boring into your soul, but all that they find there is pure rage at the damage that it has done to your friends and the people that you care about. And as you drive forward, he tries to bring up his blade to try and deflect your strike to the side. But whether it is the blessing of the God Emperor, luck, or sheer raging determination, the plasma axe cleaves through the body of his power sword and digs directly into his torso and pushes through until this enormous giant collapses back behind into the pool of blood, and his body begins to slip into the portal.
Oh no. I feel like we should grab that. I feel like if this is like Star Wars rules, if the body has disappeared, then it is going to come
We
back.
need to grab him, because if we don't, he's going to turn into a demon prince.
Or that.
Blair, reach out and grab the body.
You used your actions on attack.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yep.
Laurel
it's
can
somebody
grab the
else.
body.
No, my action is to bleed out.
Hang on, is a simple action like reload a gun, draw a sword, kick open a door? Wouldn't that be like grabbing just the collar?
No.
Because you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
grab a weapon with a simple action.
Yeah.
But it is Laurel's turn. You do have action economy. It's just very specifically there's a limited number of things you can do.
One of them drag a corpse out of a portal.
Theoretically. While dying, you are wounded and may only take one of the following actions on your turn. So one of them. You may either crawl, take a basic combat action, using no options such as aim or multi-attack, or fall back. So
That last one
theoretically, you
sounds
could
really
take the
good.
basic combat action to try and grapple his body.
Sure. I will attempt.
If you're really focusing on trying to drag the like half-ton space marine out of the portal he's slipping into.
So what am I rolling for this?
Roll me athletics.
Oh boy, I definitely. I mean, I have 3 dice.
Now, I will warn you again. I will warn you about the other thing that happens when you're dying.
Glory.
Whenever you make a test while dying, you replace an additional die in your pool with a wrath die equal to the number of traumatic injuries you are currently suffering. So, which is currently none because you've only just been downed. If you roll a complication on any of the wrath die, you suffer a traumatic injury.
Okay.
But in this case, you got a glory rather than
Yeah.
complication.
We're fine.
4 successes.
Should I re-roll for more successes there, or
Do you?
I will say 4 successes is enough.
Okay.
You've earned a glory.
so?
And as you do, you just sort of reach out as the body starts to slip into this portal into the warp, and just jam your sword into his shoulder and pin it there and just hold.
She is going to scream, "Inead, give me strength!" and bury the sword, and just stare around. Kill him.
Only
My
people
turn.
left to go is just Remy and the mob.
Remy and the mob.
It's a great band.
Yeah.
I think he's got a low enough hit points that Remy might be able to wrap him to death or smite him to death.
Remy could use smite if Remy didn't want
Remy
to.
is not
be seen
going to
using
use-
psychic
Yes,
powers.
Remy is definitely going to use a psychic power publicly in front of.
I mean, to be fair, I doubt anybody's looking at Remy right now.
Yeah,
but
no,
you
I'm
know,
kinda
up
focused on
to
the Space
Remy,
Marine
right?
that's in front of me.
Still way too fucking public risky.
No, that's fair.
Remy could also just like throw a grenade into the middle of that and let everyone die, including the Space Marine.
Doesn't have a grenade.
Wow.
Or he would.
We don't give Remy grenades for that explicit reason.
You know what? I'll let the mob handle this.
You're just gonna let the mob take their turn first.
I'm
Yes.
not sure if they can get past his armor, but we will see.
Do they have
They
knives?
have a better chance than me.
All right.
It's just-
Forward. Try not to have them step on anyone.
Level pistola and fire.
All right.
Are mobs able to salvo?
Theoretically, yes. Well, that's a good set of hits.
Why did their bonus dice go down to 4?
Because you can only have half of the total number in the mob
Ah,
on any individual roll.
gotcha.
I did it wrong last time.
Gotcha.
I do like how the dice, instead of going back around below, just
Right.
kind of
Curl
angled
around the reroll
underneath,
button,
like
yeah.
shove them in there to fit.
Make it work.
Oh, hey, look, there's space here.
No. Well,
Could
Even
there
if
have
you
been
roll like, so you technically could have shifted those 2 for extra damage. Even if
Okay.
you rolled 6s on both of them, you wouldn't get past it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. They just need
Ping,
better
ping,
guns.
ping, ping, ping.
ping, 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 ping.
It's distracting.
So Remy, you're the only one left to go. What you got?
Okay,
Are you
nothing.
just standing there?
Do you want to shoot your pistol?
Sure, let's see how that goes. If that's so effective every single time.
I mean, you almost hit him if you spend a wrath to re-roll that and get one more icon.
Sure, why not?
There you go.
You hit him.
Okay.
It's reliable, so you ignore that complication.
Well, that's good.
Can you shift any of those for damage or no?
1, 2, 3, 4. You can shift one of those for extra damage.
Okay.
15 damage
I
at an AP of
mean-
-1.
There you go.
He only has 11, so he would be taking 4 wounds. He's going to try and soak this. He manages to soak it. He is, however, out of shock now. And can no longer soak anything.
Cool. I'm helping.
Yeah.
Legitimately, yes.
As Brutus is like leveling the chainsword to finish off Lorwell, and then the shot from Remy just sort of comes out of the side and like sends him sprawling for a second. But now to the top, Brutus is gonna do that thing I just said and try and kill Lorwell.
Bring it on.
Come on, shitbird.
So he's exhausted.
Yes.
What does that do to him?
Spasmody. He can only make a single attack. He can't do anything special with it. What's your defense?
Is he still wielding that pistol?
He's only using the chainsword. He's not using the pistol on you.
Okay, so he hits me. Because my defense is 3.
He is not using Veteran of the Long War right now, so he doesn't get the bonus dice.
He has a complication.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter when the GM rolls it.
Maybe he
Yeah.
does sometimes. Shut up.
14
Okay.
damage.
I have potential to stay up for this. I'm gonna use my last wrath.
Come on.
Nope.
Damn it.
Alright, so
Alright,
2.
so what's your total resilience plus that?
12.
12. Yeah. So you reduce that incoming damage by 12.
Yep.
So that would be 2 wounds that you would normally take.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check the
soak?
specific rules.
I'm okay being the first and only character death in this if it ends all of this bullshit. I will have died in glory.
I'll take a wrath from your death. Don't worry. Moving up to
Thank you.
Propose.
This is
7?
my special Laurel flavored.
Because
I propose that because there is no other enemies that go after him, that we all roll our attacks and just see what we do to him.
All but
So-
one of us rolls our attacks.
So because he was unable to deal enough to get through your maximum wounds, you just take a traumatic injury.
Okay. I mean, that's
you
good.
can have 3 traumatic injuries before you die.
Does this still count the previous one that I had, the damaged left eye?
Oh no, this is a traumatic injury, not a memorable one.
I have a traumatic injury of that eye that had to get replaced.
Well, yeah, but then it was replaced, and so you no longer
Oh,
have
okay.
an injury.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
what
sort of a
traumatic injury do I get?
deactivated traumatic
So
injury.
roll a
I
d6.
think.
Foot. You suffer a severe foot injury. Roll 1d6.
Roll another d6.
Okay.
Your left foot.
Your
is
left foot is
damaged.
damaged.
All right.
That's it. He hit you in the foot.
Yeah, so he sort of brings the chain sword down and just sort of like in an effort to prevent this weapon from digging into you and ending you, you sort of bring a shin up like you would try and guard against someone trying to stomp on you, and it just the chain sword just digs into the shin of your leg.
Ooh.
But the shin of your leg is not any of your vital arteries. So,
but now it is everybody else.
I would like to go.
go ahead. End him, Tina.
Here we go. I'm gonna attack.
Step on him, Tina.
Well, that's crap.
Aw.
I'm spending a wrath.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've got some wrath you could spend if you
Yeah.
wanted to. Though.
One or two.
Yeah. Just one or two,
Just
you
a
know.
few.
6. Much
There
better.
you go.
With the
And
glory.
With a
Yeah.
glory. That's a critical hit, and you can shift that one for more damage if you want.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
of course.
hey,
Let's
he
do
got
it.
crit, so you get another wrath.
Oh, yay! I'm back up to 6.
It's like I didn't even spend it.
Beautiful. Alright. So, we've got one bonus die on here. That's 22.
Ouch! Holy fuck!
Yeah, he can't soak any of that. So
So
Yeah.
if anybody's ever seen any Gallagher skit,
I was about to say, how do you want to do this?
We gotta roll the
Violent.
crit first. You gotta roll
Yeah.
the crit.
Oh yeah, you have to
Oh,
roll the
yeah.
crit. Yeah, roll the
Alright,
d66 in the crit
what's
table.
the 66, right?
66.
36.
Savage attack. The assault leaves the opponent a mangled mess, slashing, burning, breaking, or ripping them into with a violent force. Target suffers 1 mortal wound. If the target survives, they immediately acquire a memorable injury.
They don't survive. All right. So what happens is Tina, seeing the wonderful attack that Blair just made, is just gonna like pat you on the back and say "wah," and then
Ah,
this is like a
that's the battle
sort of-
cry.
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
emotional support wah.
And then is going to be like, no, these are my friends, and is going to just swing up and down and then sideways and then from the other side and just keep going for a bit.
It's
So
just-
it's just
Are you just like it's like to the side where you just like launch him at the far wall, making him bounce off, then batting him back against it again.
yeah.
Just playing what is it? Wall ball?
Ping
or-
pong?
Yeah.
Just
Therefore,
up, down,
following
side
the
to side.
objective of bigger is better because a bigger attack is better, and I gain a wrath. So I'm up 7 now. I'm just gonna.
I feel like we've proven that you can, in fact, like a car, turn a space marine into a cube.
Yeah.
As Tina just continuously pounds this Chaos Marine into a
Mhm.
pile of mush. While the encounter ends, the danger has not yet, as the body of Janice is still dangling
I
from
am
one of
going
Lorwell's
to-
blades.
I am going
Slipping
to
into the void.
assail that body into the far wall.
As we go ahead and roll that real quick.
Attack, athletics, what?
No, assail. It's a power.
Oh, okay, it's power.
I
Never mind.
fling him.
You force push him. Mhm.
I'm very excited for the bottom half of him to fly against the wall.
Right.
Look, I'm going to
And
be a
he's
lot
clearly already
less bothered.
Fully stuck in.
I'm going to be a
11.
lot less bothered if in season 3 of this we have to face a demon prince that is literally just a walking pair of pants, okay? Like, scary,
I
sure,
feel like
but
yeah. I feel like
I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna.
I feel like this is gonna be the result of this is gonna be like if the Hulk grabbed somebody who is cased from the waist up in concrete and just grabbed and pulled to try and get them out.
I'm gonna spend 2 of that glory because the DN was only 3. Two of those exalted icons to increase the range that I throw his body by 10 meters.
It's gonna smack me, isn't it?
And I'm trying to throw him out the door, which is where Remy is.
Oh, I hope it hits Remy.
That's what you get, motherfucker.
The last time I warned you motherfuckers about anything.
I'm not aiming for Remy. I'm just trying to get him as far away from the portal as possible, and the farthest way I can get to that is to the door.
We just call those happy little accidents.
I
Remy,
mean,
just roll me an agility test. Just a straight up
I'm
agility.
just gonna say,
Hold on, hang on. his
Line.
his that you're measuring from
That's
Tycho.
Tycho's body you're trying to throw.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the line. Well, plus
Okay.
another 10 meters.
not better.
So
Um,
further.
All right, agility.
Yeah, just roll agility.
You know, I almost spent experience points on agility. I decided not to because I didn't think it would make sense character-wise.
Oh, sorry, my range is
You're
20 meters. So
welcome.
I throw him 30 meters that way.
Oh,
That
Oh.
tracks. That fucking tracks.
not a complication.
It's not a complication, so you don't take damage. But you are knocked prone as the assail rips because like it already been described that
Sword.
that Blair's attack was like chopping him almost in half. So the assail grabs what is not already submerged in the warp, and about the left half of Janus, like bisected vertically, comes sailing out of the out
He
of
just
out
sees
of
it
the
coming. He just sees it coming. It's like, yeah.
No, it misses you because it's only half of him. Like if it was the whole body, it would have hit you. But
No,
that
correction, it almost misses him because he rolled 0 agility. It does knock him prone in passing.
it just
Just, uh-huh. Yeah.
Remy, you ever have one of those weeks that comes at you like half of a space marine?
I imagine
with-
Remy just covered front half in
no,
blood.
the best part is that there's still one cultist alive outside that's coming in to flank us as his body just fucking takes him out.
And with that, that's where we're gonna take our break.
Remember, when we take a break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do. Please take this commercial message. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Excellent. Dinosaur
back.
story.
A dinosaur story.
Y'all.
Story, dinosaurs, stuff.
Welcome back. So, in this moment, you have half of a Chaos Sorcerer's body flung out of a building. A second Chaos Space Marine laying on the ground. And an open portal to hell.
Aristarchus wants to look at that open portal to hell and see how open it is and if there's any chance of closing it. And if he could roll Scholar for that, that's probably his only potentially applicable
Could I roll? Could I roll Scholar for how to close this thing?
Both of you can also roll Scholar. Remy, if you would also like to roll Scholar.
Yep. Hold on
The
just
only
a second.
person here with the Chaos keyword.
How did I get that? That's so strange. I didn't know I had that. With
I
the
got
eyes
6.
looking left and right.
I'm also stepping over to try and patch up Laurel L. If possible, too.
That's fair.
But we'll let Remy roll first.
You know,
DN is much lower for Remy. Do you want to spend a
Alright.
wrath on that?
I'll breath that. All
I'll
right.
spend a wrath on
Yeah.
mine. I don't know if it'll let me because it's been so many things, but. Oh, okay. 6. I was hoping my Ordo would help me out on this, but whatever.
See, the thing is, the Ordo Malia specializes in the killing of the demons. They're not any more specialized in the rituals around them than the Ordo Hereticus are.
You get a wound back, Laurel. And I'm using my sacred machine oils to defray whatever that complication was.
It lives.
But between the three of you, you get different pieces of information. Aristarchus, this portal still, according to registered phenomenon, still active, not currently signaling, which means it is not currently actively pulling demons in. However, the warp is a fraught and completely packed full monstrosity of nothing but demons, so it's only a matter of time before one wanders upon the open gate.
Nothing But Demons is the name of my Marilyn Manson cover band.
And then Saris, what you get off of yours is that in most cases a stable demon vortex like this requires an immense amount of energy and blood to start it and also sustain it, which means this portal probably won't naturally die out until after the current battle is over that is raging outside.
Or alternately, my Kiss cover band, where the entire band is just clones of Gene Simmons.
Oops, all Simmons.
Nothing but demons.
But Remy, what you know with a more intimate connection to this knowledge is that a door opened can only be willingly shut the same way it was opened.
Dope!
So, more
Which
for
means
good
that the blood
news.
sacrifice required to open this door must be repeated to close it.
I got it.
Well, we've got ourselves a dimensional gateway here into probably the worst dimension that we've ever figured out. Doesn't seem to be exactly ringing the dinner bell actively. So,
Are there any survivors of the cult? Anyone looking around as he's getting up, removing some intestines from his face? Anyone?
I don't see it. Oh, Remy, you
No,
stuck
this
around.
one's definitely dead.
Remy, you got a little something right there.
It's
Yeah, I do not want to talk about it right now.
There are survivors somewhere. This portal is fueled by carnage. It's not going to end until the fighting ends.
Oh, so
Well, we
we'll
don't
shut down
have-
after a while?
It'll shut down after the fighting ends, but by that point, any number of demons could come through.
We don't have time for that. We've got to kill someone.
Pardon?
Don't worry, what?
Oh, sorry, did I not say that clearly? We have to kill someone. Portal opened by sacrifice.
And can it be anyone, or does it need to be someone specific?
Also, I understand that the symmetry might seem collectively accurate to the lay mind, but are you basing that off of any reputable information?
Yes.
Remy? Who are your sources?
I believe him. Can you bring someone back from the dead so we can kill him?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Laurel is going to pull herself to her foot.
We're gonna have to get that one replaced too. You know,
Don't,
metal feet usually do a bit better than them flesh and blood ones.
Aristarchus.
Get
I
your wrath,
appreciate
Aristarchus.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Remy's
volunteer.
walking up to the rest of the group.
Excuse me, Laurel.
Are you sure, Laura? Also, I hand my sword to Aristarchus. Could you fix this, please?
Oh, look at that. You sorted out the plasma coils. Nope, it's going to be broken forever. As he turns it back on and hands it to you.
Take it. Are you sure about this, Laurel?
I'm not certain of anything.
I'm sure we can find someone else to kill. There might still be.
Yeah, there's got to be someone outside. Hang
There's
on.
got to be more cultists running
I'm gonna
around here.
jog to the.
Gaze passes over the 8 gangers.
Blair just aims a shotgun at you.
I have a question.
Aristarchus is watching Remy specifically very closely right now, but go ahead, yeah.
I have a question, and it's not a character one,
Okay.
because we never really explicitly touch on this, and I feel like I know what the answer is going to be. But how do we feel about PvP?
I mean,
I'm good with it.
we're about to find out, I think.
It's a final show films game, I assume.
I understand,
But there's PvP of, hey, we're fighting each other a little bit, and there's PvP of, I'm
Someone's
actively
actually trying
going
to kill someone,
murder
yes.
you, right?
correct.
Yeah.
For a reason,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Correct.
I'm okay with anything at this point
Yeah.
on that spectrum.
I think narrative at this point, it makes sense for for a certain few people.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is
All
where
right.
I'm only ever really against it when it's like for the fighting
Yes.
itself and not actually to serve a purpose.
Right. No,
I'm
absolutely.
just gonna look for a sacrifice. Tina's running to the door. To
Honestly, least concerning statement that's come out in the last 5 minutes as far as Aristarchus cares.
You're not wrong.
Remy,
Hold on just a second. Huh? Yes.
is this a sort of thing where just killing someone will resolve it, or do you have to fulfill the actual ritualistic part of it that the sorcerer did?
The ritual is probably more important than not. Not
I
not
mean-
all of it, but like the ritualistic motions of it, the ritual sacrifice. Not like just shooting someone in the head might not do the job. It might, but it might not. It's risky.
It's not gonna hurt the situation and will probably improve our odds.
So there's the trick. None of us know the ritual.
I'm a little confused. May I ask a question?
Play it.
None of us know the ritual except the person who has read his book.
Well, that's why she said that while staring at Remy.
What's your question, Aristarchus?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but we're talking. Why is Remy the expert in this situation, or have I missed something? Because I would assume that, Man Martinos, you would be the ranking expert on handling phenomena such as this by giving your backgrounds and training.
Saris has been trained to kill, hasn't really gotten into the inquisitorial studying part.
I was going to say, but Ceres is from the
Ceres doesn't
Inquisition.
know that.
Remy
Yeah.
is a disgraced beat cop, as far as Aristarchus is aware.
exactly.
Yeah.
Shawnee, is there a role that I can make to put together that Remy was a chaos cultist specifically? Based on the way he's
technically.
talking and the information that I have received previously of basically the way he's acted.
Remy, roll me deception. Saris, roll me investigation. No, insight. Roll me
Hold
insight.
on just a second. Because work stuff got in the way. I will roll. Actually, I can do that roll quicker than I can do this. Deception.
So on a tie game,
on.
okay. Spending a wrath.
Hey.
I've got one left.
Oh,
Oh, close.
very close.
I can't spend
Um,
I can't spend a glory to increase it after I roll, can I?
Nope.
No. You got the sense that Remy has seen darker things, and as a cop, as you're aware that Remy's a former cop. As a former cop, it's likely that in his experience, he's probably touched on some various cult rituals in his running into the various things that can't be properly prevented. Uncertain if it's related to him specifically, or maybe he just learned it somewhere. But he seems to have knowledge that you do not, which is unsurprising considering how much Inquisitors like to be squirrely with their knowledge, even with their own subordinates.
Oh, absolutely. Which
Look.
continues to very evenly stare at Remy, which is hard to do considering she only got one eye visible.
Look, I deal with a lot of people down here. You find out things here and there.
Do you know how to do this ritual?
I'm familiar with, let's say, the basics of it. Good enough to get what needs to be done? Yeah. What is it, by the way? How elaborate are we talking here?
There's a few ancient words in a language that you never bothered to learn the full language and just remember some rote scripture, and a slitting of the throat
Okay.
with the ritual knife, which you still have laying on the ground from where Janice dropped it.
Yep.
I look over at the portal, because I don't know how this sort of portal works. Can we would we be actively able to see demons approaching it from the other side?
While you cannot see individual demons on the approach, it is not a direct door into the warp, and if it was, you'd be rolling a lot of fear tests right now because just
absolutely.
looking at the warp unprotected is dangerous.
Yeah.
But you can sense that activity is slowly increasing, which means you have a decreasing amount of time to do something about it. You may or may not, depending on how fast Tina is, be able to get a sacrifice from somewhere else before demons show up and you have to kill them to make room.
Well, Laurel has volunteered. as is her right to do so. And unless Tina comes back very shortly, we may have yet another fight on our hands. With who knows what. Thereby, with the authority I possess as Inquisitorial Interrogator, Remy, I authorize you to perform this heretical ritual for the purposes of closing the gate.
So Tina, while you're running around, roll me survival.
Okay.
Can I also ask for Saris to make a leadership role with that last statement?
Yep.
That tracks.
I have 7 wrath. Let's use one.
You do. That is accurate.
Yeah.
That double tracks.
And I am going to my inquisitorial device is visible, so I would get plus rank bonus dice to this social skill test.
Fair.
So I will get plus an extra 2, and I'm gonna, you know what? Because this is an important one, I'm gonna spend some glory.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2 glory of our 3 that we've got.
I think we have 3 ruin and 2 glory.
Yeah.
No, because I just generated one on my test a second ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did. Yeah, Brad took that up.
Ah! What
Wow.
the fuck?
And you're out of wrath.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of wrath. 2.
Good to know you're
Oh,
out of
that's-
wrath.
On a 6 scholarship roll, then, compared to a 2 leadership, how many ways of getting around this sort of authorization can Aristarchus call to mind?
Strictly speaking, if this were an actual Inquisitor talking to you, fucking 0.
Right.
But because this is not an Inquisitor, this is an Interrogator. There are a variety of different ways that one could call into question the sanctity and validity of an interrogator's order. For one, the question that the interrogator themselves might be corrupted by the dark powers into performing an act, or might be being deceived by the ruinous powers. Because while inquisitors, in their right, are believed to be incorruptible, the process of being the interrogator is meant to weed out those who can be corrupted. So there are a number of ways that one could call the sanctity and sanity of an interrogator into question when desiring to gainsay their orders.
Ma'am
I had
Martinez,
9
how
dice on that. And rolled.
How
I got
certain
2.
are we that your impulse to authorize this sort of process is not in part or in whole motivated by your current proximity to the warp, whose influences we know can exert undue pressure and directives upon the mind of a psyker, even one so talented as yourself?
It's a fair question and concern, Aristarchus. Primarily, I am confident in this because my instinct would be to simply hold here and kill off any demons that come, as would be the primary operative of the Ordo Malleus. But I see before me a squad of soldiers who are thoroughly exhausted after a long battle and may not live long enough to see it through, depending on how long the chaos lasts. It's a degree, it is a question of degrees, whether or not we can hold this portal long enough for the fighting to stop, or whether or not closing the portal quickly is more preferable. If we didn't have a volunteer, I would say we fight. But as Laurel has volunteered. Make an insight check for me, Aristarchus.
He's terrible at that, but sure.
I would also like to
Sure, go
insight.
ahead.
Laurel has stepped away to make a Vox speed call.
Mhm.
I got 2. Which
I got
is
3.
Would be
Remy, do you have any wrath?
persuasion, I guess.
Ooh,
Bit of complication.
there's a complication.
Can I make an insight as well?
Sure.
The
Speaking of that,
complication is, as you're explaining this, you just step enough that it looks like there's some shadow in your eyes that makes it seem like you are corrupted.
So I don't know what beating the persuasion roll would do for Blair. But I guess Shawnee, how would you roll this?
So
Depending
first
on
off,
the
what is your intent with this persuasion roll?
I mean, Saris is so everything Saris just said is accurate. Her primary like her choice given it would be to stand here and fight until it was done. But she's confident that Remy will do something because Remy brought it up. She's confident that Remy will do something that's going to make her kill him. If she says no. So, since we have a volunteer, let's see what it does and see if Remy gives me a reason to kill him otherwise. And so I guess the persuasion here is to basically make it clear that no, she is making this decision from cold calculus, not from sort of warped emotion.
Yeah, those who failed the insight test basically just get that this is a logic decision that is being made in cold calculus, irreverent of lives. For Blair, who beat the persuasion with their insight, you see the remainder of that reasoning.
Okay, yeah.
The concern of Remy and the
Mm-hmm.
potential need to execute someone.
it's my understanding, inculcated in our teachings since our earliest days, that to die in defense of the Imperium, the Omnissiah, and the God Emperor is the highest honor that any of us can hope to achieve at any point. And that enacting heretical practices flies in the face of the standing that all of us are expected to defend in the heart of the Imperium. Your logic doesn't hold up there, Interrogator.
I like to insight check Aristarchus.
Excellent.
Shawnee, what would I roll to counter that? Because I, the player, know that a lot of the Imperium laws are do as I say, not as I do. And it's like, so
Yeah, but the do as I say, not as I do only lasts until someone questions you on it and
Exactly.
has the backing for it.
Exactly. So I'm trying to. I don't know what Saris would need to say or roll to.
All right. So whatever I roll, anybody who's trying to read Aristarchus has a 6 icon penalty because I've got Stoic.
He's very hard to read.
So the metal.
And I would like to spend some glory on this, if I might, since I'm
Only one
terrible at
left.
this usually.
One left.
Oh, there's only one left.
Yes,
Okay.
so do it.
Well, this will give me 2 dice, and I've got 1 wrath left if I need it. Come on, roll. Whoop. Okay.
1.
I'll re-roll that. 2. Need to beat an 8, motherfuckers, to get anything off of him. Yeah, no.
Aristarchus
It's like-
is impossible to read. It might have something to do with the fact that half of his face is made of a metal grill.
Remy has carefully and very subtly moved out of the space between Saris and Aristarchus.
While this argument is threatening to come to potential blows, the camera shifts to where Laurel is making a Vox speed call.
Ema, come in.
You hear the sounds of gunfire over the Vox, and then
Hi, this is Ema. How's it going?
There's been a development, and we can stop this. But there's going to be
I've heard that tone of voice before. Don't you go fucking throwing yourself on the altar of sacrifice, you fucking...
Listen, this planet is worth saving. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is special here, but something is telling me it is worth saving. So if I can throw my hat into the ring.
Why the fuck does it have to be you?
Because frankly, no one else is going to step up, and I know this group.
There's a long pause on the other side. I only just got to know you.
Blair, if you're watching her, she's crying.
She's trying to give her privacy right now.
I'm too far away to fucking stop you, but please, don't.
I hope that our souls meet again one day. And she will end the Vox speed call.
Laurel, I would like you to roll me perception.
Sean,
I'm great at this. Investigation, you mean?
Investigation.
Aware-
yeah.
Awareness.
Awareness. Okay. Awareness, that's a lot better.
Five isn't enough. So you don't notice a thing while you're having this as Blair comes up to speak with you.
She will jump slightly and her hand will go to her sword, but will...
It's just me.
Considering current circumstances, you'll forgive me. And she will sort of lean against the wall.
I understand. Are you sure about this?
I'm not sure about anything, Blair. I don't think this will work, but we have to do something.
Are you sure about giving up your own life for this?
I know one planet isn't enough to change the course of everything, but for some reason your special little rock is something far beyond my sight can see, and is influential in the whole.
I mean, I already knew that. And that's why I think if someone's going to volunteer, it should be me. This is my planet. I've lived my entire life here, and I will die for it.
And you have a family here to keep alive.
There are others who can keep them alive. I have a chain of command.
the first leader I've watched throw her body onto the axe.
I'm not about to let you do it.
Child. I have killed more connections in my life than you'll make in yours. You have something special with your girls. Do not let them move on without you.
They will be fine. I have a good second in command. I know what I'm doing.
While this conversation is happening,
Mm-hmm.
continue
I
to
saw the
pass
thumbs
inside.
up. I'm really concerned.
Aristarchus shifts his body a little bit and looks like he has a question for Saris that he's trying to get into words.
Johnny, with a 5 on my scholar roll, what would the Ordo... Am I correct in saying that the Ordo Malleus statement would be hold the line until it closes?
Generally, if you were to approach any like hardline traditionalist Ordo Malleus Inquisitor, their stance would be, we will throw as many bodies on this pyre until it closes as need be.
What about...
Because
my,
dumb is
what about
a thing.
my Inquisitor, specifically?
Eckhart is somewhat more radically leaning, and is of the mind that efficiency is important, and the fewest bodies wasted is better. He is of the if you handed him a trolley problem, he always chooses the answer that has the fewest bodies statically.
Okay. As Aristarchus shifts, I'm shooting Remy.
Remy, what were you up to in that moment?
Do not kill the man who can do the ritual.
Oh my gosh!
All right. that weirdly conflicts with Remy's plans.
Of course it does. Oh no.
So while these two were doing the my religion's dick is bigger, no, my religion's dick is bigger.
My God is a bigger dick than your God.
Yes.
We have the same god.
No, we don't.
Yeah, very much not. Yeah, Remy had moved out from like between the two of them, and you might not even. I would like to stealth prop maybe.
Roll stealth, yeah, roll
something
stealth.
like that. Because I don't know that you know where, because you've been facing off with.
I will point out that my initial premise statement was Aristarchus is watching Remy specifically very closely.
Oh no, you might not be
And also,
hiding from
I've
Aristarchus,
been-
but you might be
Okay.
hiding from Saris.
I've
Okay,
been
fair enough.
staring at Remy the whole time. I said that very clearly earlier, even while talking to Aristarchus.
Let's roll though and see what happens. I'm cool with it.
Sure, I just want to make that clear.
I
that
do
it
have
wasn't
some wrath left, and I will use it if necessary,
I mean,
because
there
I
you
do
go.
have 2 dice to roll.
That's fair. Again, entirely fair. I just wanted to make that statement
Oh, yeah.
clear.
Nope.
I mean, I can't make that better, so.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely not hiding from Aristarchus. You're also not hiding from Saris.
Damn, Saris.
Tina's gonna come back to have her friends dead.
Still, the point being,
Mm-hmm.
Remy had started moving while you guys were still
Absolutely,
butting heads,
absolutely.
like
Sure.
early on.
So
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
like
no, that makes sense.
Remy has a little bit of time to do things before you turn and start, and start to shoot at him.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
Remy, what are you
as-
up to?
Remy sees these two going head to head, sees this conversation over off in the distance, sees kind of everything that's going on, murmurs something to himself, and then cuts his own throat.
That was about where I expected it was going to go.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's very poetic,
Honestly,
though. That
that's
Saris like draws her gun just in time to see the body drop. You know.
Yeah.
I'll say that satisfies that satisfies several. That keeps the body count from going any higher.
So as the two of you are looking, and others are distracted, Remy, you mutter those incantations that you've read
Yep.
from that book under your breath over and over and over.
Yeah.
And you
this is
pick
gonna
up the
suck.
serrated ritual knife that was used by Janice.
I feel like I had already picked it up at that.
Probably,
like
yeah.
I picked it up
Yeah,
like
I
when we
assumed-
started discussing
Guessing the
committing
concept,
murder.
That
Yeah.
definitely makes sense. Yeah.
And seeing no other options available before you, and seeing that this is only going to lead to more and more conflict as the two of them butt heads over their ideology,
Yep.
a defender of Pharaoh Tenebris decides to defend their home to the very last. And as Remy takes his own life in the ritual sacrifice, as his blood pours into the portal and his body slumps to the ground, the portal stops moving.
I like the idea that there's still this conversation off in the distance of trying to figure out who's gonna do it.
I feel like
Yeah, solve
narratively,
that.
I feel like narratively, my gun is pointed at you as you hit the ground.
Yeah.
You raise the gun as if to shoot, and then you hear his knees hit the ground before you can pull the trigger.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm certain that sound is deafening, and all of us will stop to look at it.
Oh, 100%. As Remy's blood pours down the front of his shirt into the portal, his gaudy ass Hawaiian shirt.
I really kind of want for it to have happened and still have Saris get off a shot so everybody can be angry at Saris and assume that Saris did it. But no, I'm good.
Well, I feel like that awareness test is too high for her.
Yeah.
If I had biffed the awareness test, absolutely. Like just he's doing something else evil. Bam. But
Right.
So
and as the last of Remy's lifeblood pours out, the portal stops turning, and the glow fades. And what was at one point, in one moment, is a hole in reality, and another point, without even blinking, without even seeing anything change, is now simply a spattering of blood on the ground. As the ritual gate is sealed with a sacrifice that equals the sacrifice that was made to open it. Not just the sacrifice of any human life, but the sacrifice of one who was devoted and cunning and intelligent enough to know the measure of their soul. Not just any of you would have served to close this gate.
I holster the. Actually, Jack, you want to go first? Or?
I was gonna say, Aristarchus. There's an immediate impulse of the exact same movement you guys have seen whenever he takes his first steps to go patch somebody up on the battlefield, but he stops himself after a half a step and just watches.
I holster the pistol, move over to Aristarchus. Aristarchus, you are correct. And that the tenets that are taught to us are that it is an honor for every one of us to die in defense of our world and of the Imperium. My master teaches his students and disciples that the longer you live, the greater the honor you gather by defending the Emperor and the Empire. And so that when one must die, one makes their death as consequential as possible. And then she directs her gaze over to him, over to where Remy is laying down. Because that was performed sanctioned by the Inquisition, Remy dies a hero that defended his world. not a heretic. Do you understand the distinction?
There's a bit of a rattle in Aristarchus's breathing mask. And he turns his head, and you can see tears running out from behind the lenses. We remember the sacrifices of our comrades, and we enshrine them in memory and seal. I understand, Inquisitor.
Laurel has moved over and flipped Remy onto his back and is closing his eyes.
There is a reason why the Inquisition's job is necessary and difficult. And this is one of those reasons.
Blair's walked over to Aristarchus, puts a hand on his shoulder.
Aristarchus is just flexing his cord claw hand. Right. Well, that's that then, I guess.
I reach out. Blair has a hand on Aristarchus' shoulder. I put my hand on Aristarchus' other shoulder. I do commend you, Aristarchus Dactyl, of the Ordo Mechanicus. Of the sorry, no, that's not the right. What's the
Ordo Biologus.
Ordo Biologus? The Ordo Biologus. For doing your duty and towing the line, holding me to a higher standard. I appreciate it. And honestly, I don't know if I could have completed this task without you. So you have my deepest personal thanks.
He gives kind of a jerky nod and then steps away from both of them over towards Remy, his body.
Laurel, go on.
Okay. And then the hand flashes out to the throat. And the cord claw severs the neck and the spinal column, and he just picks up the head by the hair. Holds it up. I'm taking you with me as a reminder, and I'm going to call you Remy. And then he just puts the head under his arm.
You get to be a servo skull, Jeremy.
No, that ain't me.
I'm waiting for Tina to walk in.
I know.
I cannot wait for Tina to murder you all.
That's such a high honor.
It is at this moment that Tina walks into
Did
the
I
church.
find anyone?
Yeah, you found a random cultist and just sort of socked him
Excellent.
in the head and
Perfect.
sort of tossed him over your
Come
shoulder.
on. Hey, Remy. Hey, Remy.
Oh, you can probably see me pretty well.
Oh yeah. You can see Remy's body on the ground. You can see Aristarchus sort of cradling Remy's head like a football.
Give me that. I say to Aristarchus.
Aristarchus kind of tilts his head. His work's not done. I can give you the face.
Aristarchus, please give her the hand. It's
He'll
what
hold
Remy
out-
would
he'll-
want.
He'll hold out the head.
She will take it. Oh, hang on. I'll hand you the other body. Sort of a. You've got an upgrade. It's bigger.
Trade.
That body's still breathing.
Yeah.
It's not the same. He just kind of drops it.
I'm gonna bury him.
I
go and pick up the body.
I very casually execute the cultist.
Yeah.
So this is when you walk over to see Laurel sitting meditating.
You bunch of monsters.
a symbol dangling from her neck outside of her armor that you have not seen before. This being the
Okay.
symbol of the Eldari god Inuit.
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna bury him.
Is that the prequel to the Odyssey?
Yes.
Okay.
And she will just one eye up and flick it at you.
I'm gonna bury him.
I have no qualms about this, and I'm not going to stop you. I don't think I could if I wanted to.
Great. And pick up Remy's body, and I start walking.
Tina?
Out. Yeah.
Can I help you?
Yes.
All right.
Gotta hurry up though.
I was really waiting for that fight to break out, and then there were 2 people that die.
I really wanted it to happen.
I'm looking at the damage on my plasma pistol and the amount of health Tina has left. It would not have been a long fight.
And yeah, Tina.
Aristarchus is going to follow as well, actually, I think, yeah.
Tina's running not as fast as she normally does. She's like running so that Blair can keep up.
Blair will
and-
offer out a hand to Aristarchus as they go.
He'll grab that.
Well, I'm going to leave a different direction and go call off the Exterminatus and report back to my inquisitorial master.
Making a Vox speed call.
Laurel, as you leave the church, sort of following after them, something causes your eye to look up and to the right. And you see in the shadows the faintest amount of white hair and the gleam of a Ready Ranger rifle that had until recently been trained on Tina.
You can lower your weapon.
As Ronan lowers the Ranger rifle and doesn't drop from his position in the upper corners of this church, but you simply see a nod, and the Ranger disappears into the shadows.
It would have been a quicker fight than I thought.
Vox speed call. Come in, Ema.
Honey, never mind.
Good news!
Ema's voice comes over. Oh, thank the Botan you're still alive.
The gate's closed. We are burying comrades.
Sounds like somebody else did step up.
Remy's sacrifice will be remembered by those who were here, but unfortunately I feel he may fade into obscurity.
Oh,
Aristarchus waits
it's
for
not
Tina
such a
to
bad
leave,
thing.
digs up the head, takes it back.
Stop stealing my thunder, dumbass.
It's not such a bad thing to fade into history. Sure, your grand deeds get forgotten, but so do your failures.
How has your assault gone?
No. You hear a loud shot from over the Vox. Things are starting to wrap up. Combined forces are overwhelming this. They didn't really stand a chance. They could only hope to hold out. There were too many of us, too many different forces, too many solid weapons.
We made good tactical decisions then. After I say goodbye to a friend, and you and I both get the viscera off of us, drinks on me.
I'll hold you to that. I'll go say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I've never done body shots off an Eldar before.
Right?
Wonder how deeper. Never mind.
I know exactly where that was going.
I don't, but I'm excited
So-
to find out off air.
So going towards Saris, waiting for her to finish her call off of glassing the planet.
Yeah, Saris, you step over and activate an inquisitorial box channel.
Yep. This is inquisitorial interrogator Sarah Sartinos calling for Inquisitor Eckhart.
Moment passes. This is Inquisitor Eckhart. Go ahead, Saris.
Mission complete. Chaos Sorcerer has been eliminated. The demon summoning portal he had opened has been closed. Casualties on our side, 1 Remy Mara.
Very well. Minimal casualties. Acceptable parameters.
I don't mention the ammo squig because I've forgotten that the ammo squig ever existed.
Wow.
Ammo
Wow.
grot.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great disrespect for
Yeah,
Minion,
right.
man.
Excellent
Yes.
performance.
His Daga
We'll
will
begin
be remembered
cleanup.
forever.
I'll have inquisitorial retinues and a squad of RBTs sent down to clean up the stragglers.
I would recommend inquiring as to whether or not Aristarchus Dactyl of the Ordo Biologus could be conscripted as a ongoing inquisitorial asset. He is a skilled mechanicus and has a decent head on his shoulders for the work. Aside from that, I will file report with all the promised repayments that were done in the service to the Inquisition.
Understood. We'll look into this in the future. For now, you'll be on planet for a short while yet. I'll be coming down to inspect things myself.
I will, following this call, I will go inform the various leadership of the planet of the success of the operation.
In the Emperor's name.
And then end the call. Laurel.
I assume you're headed off-world then.
Not for some time. I'm going to have to do some cleanup work around here first.
She sort of looks away from you as she says this. The Underhive is not a safe place for you to be alone.
I appreciate it. I'm going to be heading further up soon, but your duties are complete. My task has been completed, so you're relieved.
I feel like the time we've spent together, Monkai, you would have learned. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
I could always use another inquisitorial asset, I say as I start walking towards however I'm going to get higher up Hive.
So Tina is headed for the bar from the first episode where she met Remy. On the way, she is going to ask Aristarchus, the Inquisition can, like, take over places, right?
That's broad strokes correct, yeah.
Great. When we get in, she is going to stop in the doorway and yell to the entire bar population, I need to bury a body here for the Inquisition. Get out! I'm just gonna sort of get everyone to leave.
That body is so gonna get dug up as soon as anybody is not paying attention.
I have
And
no idea.
Roll intimidation with your strength.
Beautiful, yes. Uh-huh. Intimidation with strength.
At some point, I just want, like, in the middle of this proceeding for Blair's account to
Hang
ping
on,
with,
hang on.
with the promised payment.
Yeah, 7.
With 7 successes, the bar clears the fuck out.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Aristarchus
Oh, God.
is literally in the middle of going, she's not part of the, that's not had.
Just let it happen, Aristarchus.
No, and then there's just a beat, and he's like, "Well, I guess you can't argue with results."
Okay, here, and she points at the floor, which I'm assuming is just like wooden planks that are fairly easy to tear up because she's mad.
Metal grating, but yeah, like you're
yeah,
relatively easy.
yeah.
You have power armor. You can do like
Uh-huh.
Right, yep.
And like literally in the middle of the bar is going to start digging.
The thing is, this bar is several floors up. Like it's in the underhive.
I was gonna say this is more stashing a corpse in an air vent probably than anything else, right?
Like there's not really dirt to bury him in here. You're basically shoving him under the floorboards of the bar.
Pat, pat, pat.
That's what he would have wanted.
Beautiful.
This is not, for the record,
Look,
out of character in any shape or form what Remy would have wanted.
look. He's buried as he lived, inciting a public health hazard.
Under no circumstances.
Tina, maybe we could find a place around the bar where there's like
This
dirt
will be
or
fine.
something.
I can get some folks in here and reinforce and keep it emboldened and that sort of thing. This will be fine. This will be fine, Tina.
The bar gets to have the reputation of having a saint buried, whether or not Remy is actually a saint.
Yeah, no, and she is
That
going
makes
to ask
it worse.
if either of you can write.
Yes,
Right,
I think we
right.
both can.
Yes.
Can you put his name on the sign?
Out front, or you want like a little plaque in
You're
here?
renaming the bar.
Yes, correct.
Remy.
Remy's.
The
That's what he
Remy.
would have wanted.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, Aristarchus will go outside and
I love the increasing
Drag
levels
up.
of it's what he would have wanted. Like I feel like that's the thing that Tina is just taking for the rest of Tina's life.
Right.
What
Look, this is my excuse to do anything
it's what
necessary.
Remy would have wanted, yeah.
But it's what
As-
Remy would have wanted.
But it was an orphanage. It's what Remy would have wanted.
As Tina's burying him, Blair will say, "Hold on." She'll
Oh.
grab a shot glass and put it in his hand.
Yes.
That's what he
Okay,
would have
I'll
wanted.
give you that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how he wants to go out.
Blind
Well,
pigs
we
and
can take
acorns,
something
Jeremy.
out
It's a
of
thing.
the like behind the bar and just like the thing on the top shelf because that's the fanciest stuff. I think I figured that out, and we'll just pour a little shot in the glass. So he's like holding it.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
It's like he's
And then,
still
yeah.
alive.
So what
Minus
was the
the
name
head.
of this bar originally?
It wasn't the Eagle's Wing. It was. Right. It was. It was Downhive Slumming.
Okay.
Admittedly, that is an improvement on the name then.
Yeah.
Remy's.
Ryman's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, he like rips several letters off and bends them around and jams them back up so that Downhive Slumming is now transitioned into Remy's, and there's like 2 M's left over that he just sort of. Remy's 33. There we go. That'll work. You know, right?
Perfect.
You take the M's and you
Tina
turn them
can't read it,
sideways,
so
and it's
she
a
does
number
not
now.
know.
Ironically, Remy was now 33 years old as far as anyone's concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to check and see how old I am. I mean, you made him look. You're making him 2 years younger than he was, so he approves.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what he would have wanted.
He's 35.
That's what he would have wanted.
He's now 33 forever.
And
Forever 33.
yeah, is going to entomb him there. Including pulling much of the furniture that is not nailed down too badly. Over the center on top of it.
Like a little cairn
Yeah, exactly.
of bar stools.
Uh-huh.
You have effectively piled most of this bar's furniture on top of the spot where you have planked Remy into the floor.
Yeah. So people remember him.
It's what he would have wanted.
And that's Tina just stands there for a little bit.
Get another Wednesday game where Jeremy characters die.
Blair will just pat her arm.
Thank
He
you.
would have been proud.
We'll make sure he's properly remembered.
Okay.
You just hear echo in your head. You know what made me proud? Still being alive.
I tried.
Chose it. Blair will look at Aristarchus. By the way, if I die and you ever try to do that with my head, I will come back and haunt you.
And he looks over to you, looks you dead in the eyes, and quite sincerely says, if your spirit thought I was a decent enough person to hang around near after you had imparted into
I
the
should have killed
Messiah's grace,
Aristarchus.
I'd consider that an honor.
Don't do that with my head.
All right.
Also, if Remy had shot or if Remy had killed Aristarchus,
Oh,
Remy
no.
wouldn't be alive either.
That's the problem. Do you think this was Remy's first choice? No.
Remy
Wasn't
went
even in his
Fourth
top
of the
10.
list.
like down the list of people that he could kill and get away with it, and ended at himself.
No. He was only at number 3. There were 2 other people that he knew he couldn't kill.
Ceres and Aristarchus.
Uh-huh.
But the eventually people begin to head in separate directions. Tina returns to the Digtinka tribe. Blair returns to the Hostile Hearts. Aristarchus eventually comes back and digs up Remy's head to make into a servo
Yep,
skull.
sure does.
Oh my
I went along with the burial so I'd know where it ended up. And I got to do some arts and crafts in the meantime.
And now a bar is permanently labeled Remy's. By
And I
order
mean,
of
like,
the Inquisition, apparently.
right, yeah, no, and if the concept of Remy getting sainted occurs to him, he'll also probably cut off the hand that Remy used to cut his own throat and like put that in a little glass case once all the flesh is stripped off of it and treat it like a relic, you know?
Yeah.
Hang it up in the bar.
The thing is, there were Sisters of Battle here.
Yeah.
And the sainting process might get a bit of a boost when they learn who specifically is responsible for closing the Hellgate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The narrative, if anybody asks Aristarchus, will be somewhat sanitized. You know, we're not going to
romanticized,
necessarily go into the detail of performed a heretical ritual as a chaos worshiper in order to do a good thing.
No,
but you know,
we'll cooperate on the Inquisition approved narrative.
right.
Look,
So the new patron saint of Pharaoh Tenebris, Remy Mera.
Look, the
would've won.
one consolation that
That's what Remy
his
would've
dead
won.
ass has about this is it's really gonna piss his ex-girlfriend off.
That's the reaction I want to see. Like, how does the Underhive react?
What's her
when it's-
name
when
walks
it's
by
announced?
like 3 weeks later and is like, wait, what the fuck?
Not only did he leave the Chaos Cultists, he's a fucking Imperial Saint now.
But with the battle ended, the warp incursion on Pharaoh Tenebris sealed, and the groups heading in potentially, for now, different directions. But who knows? Maybe when we come back, they might join up again to journey perhaps even beyond the confines of this single planet. But for now, this is where we leave Under the Steel Sky. So where are we coming up next time, Jack?
In 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in Baltimore for Changeling in the spring. In Grover Green is coming back, and we're going to rejoin the Motley Unlikely and see what sort of shit they get up to. I can hint at least ahead that there's at least 1 or 2 PCs probably angling for Spring Queen. So get ready for politics, everybody.
Akushin's favorite thing. Politics.
And Julia is joining us as a first-time player in our Changeling Chronicle as well. So we'll see all y'all for that.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.